Tucker on standby?
Yes, he is.
Is he liberally conservative or conservatively liberal?
I agree with you so completely.
Probably depends on how much Nicoretti's chewed.
I really admire you for your evil.
The immensely entertaining Tucker Carlson is on the line.
We now have to rechange the promo by saying the Fox News correspondent, Tucker Carlson. Congratulations on that.
Exactly right.
You've now joined the enemy.
I have joined a company that hired me in the middle of the worst recession in my lifetime, when nobody else would.
That's a good point. No, you know what? That's a good point.
A company I love and am grateful to.
Right, just like they're your Howard Stern. Nobody would believe in us. Howard gave us a job, and we'll be forever faithful to Howard.
Yeah, I know the feeling so well. I mean, that's at those moments in your life when everyone thinks you're great, and people are doing profiles of you of how wonderful you are, and everyone's nice to you. But it's when people start going after you and you're a loser and you can't get a job, it's the people who step up at that point that you never forget.
Now, where did it go awry with you, Tucker? Was it when you first started appearing on my show? What went wrong?
I mean, what happened to my career?
Yeah, just not too long ago, 2-3 years ago, you're on top of the world. And then what happened?
Well, a bunch of things. I mean, what do I really think happened?
No, I want you to lie to me. No, I think I...
No, I mean, I'm not very reflective, so it's hard to know exactly, but I think a couple things. One, if you fail a couple times in TV, you got like the stink of death on you after that, and people assume that it's your fault and you're a loser. Now, in my opinion, it's not my fault. I actually feel that way. I feel like I worked hard and, did my best and did a pretty good job, but I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I joined the network that became liberal right in the middle of it.
Right, but let me ask you a question. Do you think, because you are so smart, but don't you think that maybe you need to listen to like a handler, like a guy that thinks like me, and be a little bit more of a hard ass? Because that's what people want.
I've never had a handler. See, that's part of my problem is I've never, ever had anyone give me instructions. I mean, I got hired in TV, when I was in my 20s and to host a show, and nobody ever taught me how to even read teleprompter.
So let me ask you a question, Tucker. What if you had a guy, a producer, or a director, whoever's in charge of you guys, that said, "Hey, Tucker, I hear you on the Bubba show, and I hear you bring it. Now, I want that Tucker on TV, the one that brings it."
That's what Fox News wants. And I think that Fox News will give him the latitude to be more himself than he's ever had.
Yeah, Tucker.
Well, the other thing is actually I trust their judgment as TV producers. I mean, you must have gone through this, Bubba. I mean, have you ever had a producer whose judgment you really trust? If that guy says, "You know what, you really need to do this," you say, "You're smarter than I am, I trust you."
Well, that's not how radio works.
It's hard to find someone like that.
But that's not how radio works. Like the host is the boss. The producers will prepare you and make suggestions, but the host, I don't know why radio differentiated, Brent, where the definitive where in time they say radio guys are going to be in charge, but I don't think not all radio guys are that way. There's only a handful, right. Me, Howard, Rush, like that.
Rome.
Rome.
Yeah, those guys.
Henry.
Yep.
Neil Rogers. But a lot of them have to listen to management. A lot of them don't have creative control clauses. We collectively happen to be one of the very few. Like, for instance, when Manson wants to go in and produce a parody element, or Ned, they don't have to. In a lot of the radio environment, you'd have to get approval. You'd have to. Manson, right?
Oh, definitely.
He does nothing. In fact, Manson can give me an element that has not been listened to, that has not been pre-screened, and I put it right on the air.
Wow.
And you never listen to it.
And the difference for the TV side is, and this is no offense to Tucker or anybody in particular, but people that are on camera and TV are not smart enough to do the job that the producers do in TV.
Right. But
most of them.
But Tucker is.
Yeah, Tucker definitely is.
Well, see, I've never had anybody try to exert any control over me of any kind.
See, that's bad for you.
I've always had, utter and complete control, and I just needed probably a little guidance, honestly.
You need somebody
really
to say,
complicated.
You need somebody to say, "Hey, listen, man, when you're yourself and you're that schmarmy, smart ass, that's what we want. We don't want this, pandering to Al Sharpton. Like, if I was your producer, I would say, and I was the boss of you, I'd say, okay, your first segment you're going to be is because you have a relationship. This would be, of course, private. I'd say you have a relationship with Al Sharpton. You're like, yes. I'm like, well, Tucker. I know you are enamored by this guy, but most of America isn't, and especially those who watch Fox. So you are going to bring it. You're going to bring it Tucker style.
Well, I could not. I am always going to suck up to Al Sharpton.
Then, what if that
I probably shouldn't have him on.
What would that would fundamentally be? What if I was your boss? I'm going to say, Tucker, I don't think I hear you correctly. Did you just tell me that you can't do something? Because I'm paying you all this money.
Then I would turn to you and say you are a stone cold racist. Because anybody who's rude to Al Sharpton must be a racist.
Let's do this, okay? Let's have pretend time, okay? Let's have pretend time, okay?
Okay.
We never do this. I want to do some Bubba theater.
Okay.
And I'm Bubba, executive producer of the new Tucker Carlson program now being rolled out on Fox, Brent. And the Fox forefathers have come to me and said, Bubba, you got this success story, you got this success story, you got this success story. Now take this guy who's got a ton of talent and make him what you can. And then they go to you, Tucker, and say, Tucker, this guy's Bubba Clem. You ought to listen to him. He's the end-all, be-all. He's your Messiah. He's your Marlboro Red. So here we go. So we're sitting we're in my meeting. Hey, Tuck, I heard you're friends with Al Sharpton. You could probably pick up the phone and get him in on the show, could you, buddy?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, listen, I'd like for you to, get a hold of him at his convenience. Let's get him on in the next couple weeks, and I'd like for you to do an interview with him, see what he's up to speed on, and then I'm going to have my other people prepare a whole bunch of curveballs to throw him, and I want you to really bring it because he's going to have his defense down. Because it's you, and you always, throw him these just huge-ass softballs, so I want you to bring it.
Wait, so you're asking me to sandbag a friend of mine on television?
No, I'm not asking you to sandbag, Tuck. I'm asking you to be honest. I don't want us to ever report anything less than honest, but we're going to have the stats and the statistics for you to be able to back up because, the general consensus that this guy's a scumbag.
Yeah. Well, but wouldn't it be better and more interesting for me to take a minority view, a view that no one else agrees with, and defend one of the scummiest people in the world?
Well, that's what you did over MSNBC, and that didn't work, and now you're with me. And so, no, I guess it probably wouldn't work. It didn't work there, and it ain't going to work on my channel.
I don't know how long you've been watching Fox News, but that ain't what we do here.
Yeah, that ain't what we do here. We're ball busting. So we got this guy named O'Reilly. He does a real good job at it. But anyway, hey,
look at his ratings and look what he does.
So anyway, Tuck, that smarmy-ass kissing his ass deal was on the other network. We're over here at Fox now, buddy. And I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. I got a lot of respect for you, Tuck. You're very talented, but I need you to bring it with this kid. I need you to bring it. I'm going to soft sell it. I'm going to package it up nice. We're going to put promos on O'Reilly and some of our big shows. Hannity. That Tucker Carlson's got a one-on-one exclusive with his very very good friend Al Sharpton. We're going to get a ton of cume, a ton of people watching it, and then we're going to do the whole bait and switch, smoke and mirrors kind of deal, and we're going to pull the rug right out from underneath him.
Wow, that sounds really harsh. That would entail me being mean to Al Sharpton, which I think you can check my contract, is specifically prohibited.
I have your contract right here, and I've been talking to Mr. Murdoch, and he said, you are my project, and I'm not going to get a bad mark for having one failure. I'm 9 for 9 on successful shows, Tuck. Now, if you want me to get a hold of my superior saying that you're being insubordinate, I'm sure that you can go up to legal and you guys can work it out.
And you can be friends with Al Sharpton off the air.
I've got 4 tuitions to pay, so you know what? I'll do whatever you want. If you want me to denounce Al Sharpton, done.
Well, now, see, Tuck, I don't want to have a bad working relationship here, buddy. This is going to be a long-time relationship that you and I have. I don't want you to denounce him. I just want to ask a few questions.
Hard driving.
Just a few hard-driving questions, and then I don't want you to suck up to him like you always do. I'd have it all racked up, Brent, on my video machine there. Say, Tucker, watch this time, and then it would show a Tucker suck up on Al, then it'd show another. So, Tuck, come on, buddy. Picture like it was Bill Clinton or Hillary Clinton or somebody that you don't like. I mean, I know that you like this guy, and I say, Tuck, if you learn how to work, then you can respectfully tell him during your interview, I got a great deal of respect for you, Al. We have a long-term relationship, but I just got to ask you some probably tough questions, and I'm sorry for it, but the inquiring minds of Fox want to know.
Man, you should be my producer. That's pretty good. I have to say, that's a pretty good sell. You could win me over with that.
You could say, hey, listen, Tuck. I mean, you could say, listen, Al. You can say, with all due respect, Al, I got a lot of respect for you. You're a man of the community. I respect a lot of things that you've done, but a lot of people want to ask, and you want me to ask these questions, and then you can almost like have a certain amount of plausibility by saying, hey, I don't even feel comfortable about asking these things.
Yeah, you put it on them. You don't put it on you.
Yeah, you're like, Al, you're a friend of mine, my friend, and I'm over here at this new situation, and and I don't feel comfortable about asking you some of these things, and then watch him squirm.
But the people demand it.
Yeah,
people demand.
That's right.
And then I'd be like, hey, Tuck, we got this little bait and switch technique we do sometimes.